Hey, good afternoon. I thought I'd do a really quick live. I was going live with a business partner in our travel club group. If you're not a part of that group and you want to know more about the travel club that I'm with, let me know and I can get you added in there. It's not a problem. But the live wasn't working properly. We were trying to do a joint live. Does anyone know if there's a problem with joint lives at the minute on Facebook? Because we couldn't get it done. It's really strange. So we actually went. We found a way around it. I'm not going to tell you how because we're going to share that later in our travel group. Hey Mahmouda, I hope you're okay, lovely. I know you've had a bit of a tough day. Um, so I wanted to share something with you that was actually from the conversation that I had earlier, which also triggered the live, and that's why we were doing a live. Hey everyone, I can see loads of you jumping on. Hey Nikki, hey Helen, hope you're okay. And so what's happening with the travel club? We've had some updates with our membership and the benefits that it gives you. And now instead of getting, I don't know if you're aware of what are called dreamcations, the dream vacations. When I first started in the travel club, which was over a year ago, they had 1 week. Hey Paul, they had 1 week of a dream vacation available to members. And now when I talk about dream vacations, it's 4 and 5 star resorts all across the world that cost about £1 a night, about £1-2 a night. And I'm talking about first class, beautiful places, and that's all you're paying. I'm going to come back to questions in a second, Nikki. I can see. Oh, is it about the? I had problems before. Sorry, 1 second. Problems before. One of us had iPhone and the other had Android. Don't know if that could be why. That is a very good point. I think that could be exactly why. I'll get that checked out. I'll speak to her business partner, see what phone she's got, but I'm pretty sure that she might have an iPhone and I've got Android. So I'll check that out. Thank you, Nikki. That's great advice. So, message there. So I've got rid of that. So our travel club. When I first started it, you would get a week of at a luxury top class place. After 6 months, you can then choose where you want to go all across the world. It cost a matter of 1, 2, 3, up to sort of however many dollars. It was absolutely so affordable, so affordable. And they changed that a little while ago because it was so successful, and because with these dream vacations, we call them dreamcations, they actually added an extra week on, which was fantastic because you're paying next to nothing. And what they've also done is reduce the prices so that some of them, all you have to do is get your flight there, and then you've got a week, 2 weeks away. So what they've then done, something to be mindful of as well, as you may know, holiday companies don't always pay the full balance of your holiday at the time that they take the money from you. So you'll, in good faith, have paid your full balance on your holiday. You've paid it to a travel provider. They don't necessarily then pay the hotel and flights and everything at the same time that you pay. What they do is pay a percentage. It's something in the travel industry that they've done for years. There's been a massive thing about it from some of the top professionals within the travel industry because it's just so unsafe. Because some of the people that booked through Thomas Cook, because they went into liquidation, didn't have any money left, and they also hadn't paid the balance on everyone's holiday. People were asking for refunds that just weren't there. They'd maybe have got their deposit back, but they didn't get everything else. So be mindful of that. And the way that we work to make sure that that never happens to our customers and to our members, our CEO actually buys everything in bulk and pays up front for it, which is really reassuring. So we've had a third week added onto our Dreamcations. Depending on your membership, you get a third week for Dreamcations, which cost next to nothing. Lots of them you only have to get flights to. So my big news is big news for the summer. I was thinking I'd take the kids to Disney, because we've got Disney there. And then I've got, like, my kids are 12, 11, 3 and 1. So they'll all be the next age up, but my 4 and 2, they'll be 4 and 2, the youngest two, and I think it's still a bit too young. So we've been thinking about it more and more, and we're thinking maybe Disney in a couple of years. It's finding that middle ground, because I don't want the older two to be too old. I don't want the younger two to be too young. So I'm going to hold off maybe a year or two. So what we've decided to do is something that I cannot even explain how excited I am. With 2 of my weeks, we are going on a road trip, and we're going to America, and we're staying for a week in America and then going on a road trip to Canada and staying for a week in Canada. And the reason that I'm excited about this is because this is something I have always wanted to do. Thankfully, my husband loves the idea as well. We've always wanted to see the authentic, real sort of places in America. And we want to do it on our own terms, and that's exactly what we're doing. But what I love about it, we're going to be away for about 3 weeks, I think. We're going to have the first week, we're going to fly straight to America, have the first week in the States, and then hire a car to go. Nicky, not a problem. I've got to get the kids as well, but I could talk about this all day. I'm going to have to go in a minute. But we're going to stay in the States for a week, then we're going to hire a car, jump over the border at Canada, drive, but it's going to be we're going to stretch it out and have a bit of an adventure with the kids. But what I can then do is use my wholesale part of my membership, so we get hotels and resorts at wholesale prices, as well as getting these places for nothing. You just pay for your flights. So what I'm going to do is book a couple of nights maybe on wholesale through the summer whilst we're travelling up to Canada, and then spend a week in Canada, fly back from Canada back home. And it's like, when I say dream vacation, dream holiday, it is something that I've dreamed about since I was a teenager. I've always wanted to go on a road trip around America, and this is just the start of it, because when we've come back from that, I've got even more, because I've been a member for so long, got even more points going onto it, so I can go straight away somewhere else if I wanted to. And like, my husband's on about me and him going away on our own, but I'm not sure how feasible that is with 4 kids. We'll have to see about that. But it's a constant, it's rolling, it's constant. You know, you've got your points from your membership, which are all doubled by the company. It's all doubled, and then you get all of that back. And it's just like, it's constant. In effect, I could spend most of my year away. It's only for the inconvenience of the kids' schools and stuff that it's kind of like, we can't do that just yet. But honestly, I was chatting with someone before, and I've honestly considered homeschooling, just so that we can travel the world, which it's not out of the realms of possibility for us over the next couple of years, purely because I feel that you can get I don't think education should just be limited to within a school. I think travelling the world, seeing different cultures and all sorts of different things, I think that is so valuable as well. And let's just say I'm getting geared up to see whether or not we can do homeschooling eventually. It might not be 2020, but 2021, it's definitely something that is on my radar. So yes, it's a very exciting time going into a new year, and 2020 for me, it's just like such a nice number, which sounds just bizarre, but it is. I like the number. It's going to be a good year next year, and there's just there's going to be so much to share with you. So thank you so much for jumping on. Nikki, I'll be in touch. I can see that there's a few of you being on. I really appreciate you doing that because I know I've not been live in the group for a little while. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.